Yeah, so I welcome everyone. And the session that we have thought of, exploring Tagore uh, came from the fact that the vision behind the session is that, and this will be happening hopefully every Saturday, we will be meeting those of us who are interested. So the vision behind the sessions was that is it possible to make these words of Tagore not only just enjoyment for us, like, usually poems are so, uplifting in nature, not only that, but also can they become a part of our life? Is that a possibility? Because the words of Tagore are not just some philosophy or theory, they are very much related to the practical life and what a human being goes through in his life. So, can we draw that light through these discussions, through the sharing? So, that is the vision. And with that, we opened it to the public in the sense that whoever have come across Tagore or not are welcome to share whatever they have been reading or they want to read. And then we can collectively reflect upon those lines and what they mean to us, why they are so absorbing in nature, uh, and then through these collective reflections can they more and more become a part of our life. So that is the vision behind the sessions, and I would invite reflections from all of you, that what invited you or what resonated in these sessions that you found yourself drawn, or maybe giving it a try. So one by one, if you can unmute and share, that would be nice. Yeah, Ruhul, do you want to go first?
Yeah, just give me a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, my purpose to join this session, like Tagore, if you see the Tagore's creation, so long back he has written all his poems and all. But if you reflect those poems now, it is still valid in this
Yeah.
today's life as well.
Yeah.
So because the time he born and he lived in this in India or in the world, so that time life was not this much struggled, or maybe life is totally different in that time and now, whatever we are seeing. But he has such what it's such a vision, or such high level of thinking, or so the big picture he has, that is still valid in this today's era as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that means, and whenever any creative person like Tagore writes something, so they thought something like that, right? So because of that reason, they able to write or pen it down in that way, right?
Exactly.
So if we able to at least absorb those thinking,
Yeah.
what was in his mind at that time,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that will be very helpful, I think.
Yeah.
If we that will also help us to introspect ourselves, right? Because as we all know from childhood, he didn't went go to school and all, because his schooling and everything happened in his home, or with maybe some short gurus or something like that, right? Not traditional teaching or learning the way we are doing, or maximum people are doing. Not maximum, almost all people are doing,
Yeah.
right? In that era and this era as well.
Mm.
So yeah, so that is the things I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yes. So Jagdish ji, would you like to share why you are here today? Yeah.
Yes, yes. Actually, I read about Gandhi, Nehru, Tagore way back 35 years back. for appearing the main exams of IAS civil services. But I know Tagore as a personality, spiritually also, but I don't know much. 2-3 years back, I visited his house in Northeast near Darjeeling, and the peace I observed at that place has left some impression on my mind. So I want to know more about the Tagore, not particularly about the poetry. I am not interested in poetry, but in the spiritual aspect.
Yeah.
I am an explorer of truth. So I read a lot about all the philosophies, religion, or scientific advancement in the nature of reality. So the main reason to join this your session is just to know more about the spiritual aspect of tech.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
Correct.
I think we'll be mostly focusing on the spiritual aspect only, and not much on history. Although you are welcome to share whatever you know or come to know about Tagore's history, but we will be mostly focusing on the spiritual aspects of his words. So yeah, let's see. So Bhagirathi and Snehi, I was just inviting reflections on why we are here in the session, what invited us or resonated with us, and what are we looking forward to here in these sessions. So if one by one you could just share a bit of about yourself, and if you want to just unmute and share, both of you. So Ruhul ji and Jagdish ji have shared already. If you're ready, Bhagirathi and Snehi. Okay, so I'm assuming that maybe you don't want to share right away, and that's okay too. That's completely fine. So is Hindi and English both okay for all of you? Maybe if you can type it in the chat window. If anybody has any issue with Hindi, just type that you're not comfortable with Hindi, because then I will be making sure that we use a language which is comfortable for all of us. Yeah.
Yes, Hindi, English, both are okay.
Hindi, English, both are okay. Ruhul ji, for you?
Yeah, it's fine.
Hindi and English are okay. Okay. So I'm assuming for the rest two of us, Snehi and Bhagirathi also, Hindi and English are fine. So we will be switching in between. And you also, whatever language you feel comfortable in, just feel free to switch and share. Yeah. So let us, this is a little book I have, Gitanjali. It's a very small, it's amazing how cheap this treasure is. It's only 95 rupees. And nowadays, Gitanjali is also available as a PDF. So if you go to Google and you want to download a PDF of Gitanjali, that is also available. It's very easily available. So let me start sharing a little bit from this book, and I'll also be sharing a screen so that all of you see what you are listening to. I'll just use this PDF I have of Gitanjali. Just a second. And also there are many websites which are there, just like the website I'm sharing right now. So you can just go online, and on the website you can find all the poems. So I'm sharing first this one, which is 31st prose in this book. Prisoner, tell me, who was it that bound you? It was my master, said the prisoner. I thought I could outdo everybody in the world in wealth and power, and I amassed in my own treasure house the money due to my king. When sleep overcame me, I lay upon the bed that was for my Lord, and on waking up, I found I was a prisoner in my own treasure house. Prisoner, tell me, who was it that wrought this unbreakable chain? It was I, said the prisoner, who forged this chain very carefully. I thought my invincible power would hold the world captive, leaving me in freedom undisturbed. Thus, night and day, I worked at the chain with huge fires and cruel hard strokes. When at last the work was done and the links were complete and unbreakable, I found that it held me in its grip. So, this is the beauty of Tagore's words, that we can all relate with this very, very much. Let me just go through the lines and how I related with these lines, and then you're all welcome to share your reflections. I feel that the trap of the thought, the trap of our own mind-made stories, the trap of our own emotions, the trap of our own feelings, we don't even realize when we have created a web around ourselves. एक पूरा जाल अपने अराउंड हम क्रिएट करके रख देते हैं, एंड हमें लगता है कि हम अपनी मैनिपुलेशंस और एजेंडा से किसी और को उल्लू बना रहे हैं, किसी और को maybe we are trying to fool or deceive a world out there, but the prisoner actually we are ourselves. We become the prisoner in the domain of creating manipulative agendas in our life, always thinking double, always trying to deceive someone or the other, and in this deception we don't even realize that we are deceiving our own self. So we think that we are fooling someone else, but it is we ourselves who is being fooled. So this is so beautiful, that I thought I could outdo everybody in the world in wealth and power, and I amassed in my own treasure house the money due to my king. So all the thoughts, all the feelings which were to be lived for truth, I started to live for myself. And this is a reference to the ego. We begin to live a life for the truth, as Jagdish Ji was sharing that I am an explorer of truth. But we don't even realize that we begin to live a life for our own self-created stories, the ego. I begin to defend myself again and again, defend the images that I have about myself. And then it says that, prisoner, tell me, who was it that wrought this unbreakable chain? Who has put you in these chains in which you feel so trapped? And then he realizes and said, it must be a very, intellectual prisoner, because he's realizing that he is by himself building these chains. It was I, said the prisoner, who forged this chain very carefully. How much attention, how much drainage of energy we give to our manipulations in our life. किसको क्या बात करनी है, किसको कितना बताना है, किसको किससे कितना हिसाब किताब रखना है. All these manipulations we keep on playing all around in our life, and we feel all this while that we are trying to cage or manipulate someone else, while we are ourselves manipulated in the process. And then he says, when at last I built it very carefully, all the manipulations and all the thoughts and stories around it, and then the links were complete and unbreakable, I found that it held me in its grip. तो हमें पता भी नहीं लगता कि कैसे कैसे अपनी चालाकियों से हम खुद ही नहीं बच पाते हैं. We become a trap in our own thought and feelings, which we begin to live for an imaginary self. So I could relate very well with these lines, because I feel that I have felt this in my life, that I've been so manipulative, and recognizing those manipulations does only good to us, that yes, I don't need to drain so much of energy in those manipulations. So can we reflect that? Can we share anything that is coming to you through these lines, how you relate to the lines that I just read? Yeah.
Yes, what has been written is truth. We create the prison and then we decorate this prison, and we then became the slave of this prison, uh, uh, of the blind mind, because mind is memory, knowledge, and experiences. And with all these things, conditioning of mind takes place, and then we are slave. Uh, we act, react according to that conditioning only. So what has been written is a fact, truth. Anybody who can observe one's thought or one's psychology can easily find that this is a fact, this is truth, and what has been written is written very beautifully.
Yeah. Thank you, Jagdish ji. Anyone else who would like to share? The very interesting thing is that we feel that so many manipulations and agendas and being so clever, we feel that it's helping us. That's what we feel, that if we want to live in this world, I must be very clever. This is what we feel. And we don't realize that in all this cleverness, what we lose sight of is our own self. As if we are drawn away from ourself in all these games and manipulations, and just living life in the same thought pattern, the same patterns of feeling, sensations, the same patterns of thinking go on and on and on, and we feel that we are being benefited. So it is a very huge revelation for us when we see that actually I'm not being benefited. It's not serving me well. And that is what our life experiences teach us, that when we begin to realize that they are not serving me well, only then I will have the courage to get up and look at those patterns which have been ruling my life. Otherwise, if I feel that they have been serving me well and I don't want to change them, then there is no point about these discussions. Why would I want to look at those patterns which are really truly serving me well? So it's a great blessing if one can become aware that the patterns of thinking or the manipulations are not serving us well. It's a great revelation and a blessing for our own self. Yeah. So let me share something else then, if in absence of any comments, and if there are any comments at any point of time, please unmute and share, because this is a sharing space, and as much as you want to share, you're most welcome. Yes, so I hope you can see the screen. This is what I have. Number 28, prose number 28. Obstinate are the trammels, but my heart aches when I try to break them. Freedom is all I want, but to hope for it, I feel ashamed. I am certain that priceless wealth is in thee, and that thou art my best friend. But I have not the heart to sweep away the tinsel that fills my room. The shroud that covers me is a shroud of dust and death. I hate it, yet I hug it in love. My debts are large, my failures great, my shame secret and heavy. Yet when I come to ask for my good, I quake in fear lest my prayer be granted. This is so beautiful, again very much related with our day-to-day existence, day-to-day human life. Just a second. Just a second. Yeah. So, the life that we have started to live, we feel that we are getting decorated. That's what we feel. We feel that by accumulation of wealth, by accumulation of degrees, by accumulation of relationships, by accumulation of properties, finances, the jewels, the jewelry and all that, we feel that we are getting decked up. है ना, हम में कुछ ज़्यादा हो रहा है. This is what I feel, that something is being added on to me. I am getting more expanded. But the very fact is that the more properties or more finances or all, the worldly material riches I have, slowly we realize that we become to suffocate ourselves in those things. We do not feel expanded. We do not feel that they are widening our horizons. We feel that they have tied ourselves down to some base which we really don't want us around. So he's saying, obstinate are the trammels, but my heart aches when I try to break them. So हमें आदत इतनी हो गई, it's like just like getting addicted. If I get addicted to anything, it will be very difficult to let go of that addiction. Even just So let me just go over it again. This break happened, so I'll just go over it again and also share the screen that we were reading. Obstinate are the trammels, but my heart aches when I try to break them. Freedom is all I want, but to hope for it, I feel ashamed. I am certain that priceless wealth is in thee, and that thou art my best friend. But I have not the heart to sweep away the tinsel that fills my room. We have collected so much over these years, all our ideas, our images, and what we think about life, what I think about my own self, how life should be lived, what kind of properties do I need in my life, all the money that I have accumulated. It feels so glittery. He says here tinsel, the tinsel that fills my room. So it is very shiny in appearance. It is very glittery in appearance. But I do not have the heart to sweep away that tinsel. I know that it is all trivial. I have a knowing, subtle knowing that it is all trivial that I have filled my life with. But somehow I am not having the courage to remove that tinsel from my room. हमें एक तरह के जीने के आदत हो जाती है, we become addicted to a certain lifestyle, and although we slowly realize that the lifestyle is not really serving us well, still we do not have the courage to let go of it and move into a new horizon. Then he says, the shroud that covers me is a shroud of dust and death. So he's very well aware, he's becoming aware, just like many of us become aware that why am I holding so much stories in my head? What is the need of holding images about myself in the head? And they are just covering my own true being, my own essence. The shroud that covers me is a shroud of dust and death. I hate it, yet I hug it in love. Referring to this contradictory appearances that we also feel in our life, that we see that there is a better life possible, a life which is simple, full of light and illumination. but somehow we are not able to let go of the old lifestyle. It just pulls us down, drags us down again and again. My debts are large, my failures great. Let us reflect. Invite reflections in a moment. Let us reflect on what are these debts. He says, my debts are large. जैसे पैसा गिरवी रखवा देते हैं, that as if you are owing, you're obligated to people around you. My debts are large, my failures great, my shame secret and heavy. Yet when I come to ask for my good, I quake in fear lest my prayer be granted. So I know that there is a light possible. I know that there is a life possible apart from the life that I am living. But somehow I am not able to get rid of my present addictions. I don't have the courage to let go of those tinsel and trivia that fills my room. And I think this is, I can very much relate with it, that the moment we begin to travel on this path of truth, we see that we have to let go of many older patterns, even many older relationships, the way I used to think and live. And it's hard. ऐसा लगता है as if I'm peeling off a skin from myself, and it's discomforting in nature. But I think we all must go through that discomfort because it is somewhere an auspicious discomfort. And now we are almost entering into a life which is more unknown, a life which is an unfolding rather than a same monotony repeating every day. So it requires a lot of courage and humility to walk and begin to walk on this path. Okay? So with that, a little bit of sharing. If any one of you would like to reflect on these lines, or what comes to you when you read these lines, that would be really nice.
Yes, these lines are also true and beautifully said. We have layers in our brain cells, patterns in brain cells, and which makes so hard circuits, which is very difficult to avoid or very difficult to overcome on these patterns. So what he's saying is true and beautifully said in a poetic way with beautiful words. But the basic point is same, that we are slave to our own mind, our own conditioning.
And it also feels like I begin to know that yes, I am a slave, and then I can question it, and I can ask myself, for how long would I want to be like this, a slave? For how long
Yes.
can I allow myself to be living in a slavery of conditioning?
Yes, when exploration starts, definitely all these points help. जब explore करते हैं further, वो question अगर if that thought intensifies and questions, so definitely it moves further and things can be changed.
Yeah. It's very interesting how we are all, as if we are all wanting to breathe. हम सबकी यही कहानी है कि ऐसा कोई इंसान नहीं है जो बोलेगा मुझे आजादी पसंद नहीं है, मुझे फ्रीडम पसंद नहीं है. But as you were sharing, Jagdish ji, and as is interpreted from these lines, that we are the walls around ourselves. But we feel for most part of our life, हमें लगता है कि वो जो वॉल मैंने क्रिएट करी है बड़ी चालाकी से, बड़ी मैनिपुलेशन से, हमें लगता है कि वो हमारा फायदा कर रही है, लेकिन हमें धीरे धीरे पता नहीं लगता कि वो हमारा कितना नुकसान कर देती है.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then we are in the trap.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. and it's an act of kindness, an act of, जिसे कहते हैं ना, self love, an act of self love, that now when I am aware कि मेरी चालाकी मुझे काम नहीं आ रही है, तो do I still want to live the same way or not?
Yes, we want to live the same way because that has become a part of our nature. We want more and more and more and more, and we accumulate physically and also psychologically.
Psychologically, yes.
Yes, psychological positions are is the mind, which is the prison, you can say.
Yeah.
I have never read this Gitanjali, but now I will definitely go through it because good things has been explained.
Yes. Yeah. और यहाँ पे एक कंट्रास्ट ये दिख रहा है, जो कि हम सब अपने जीवन में फील करते हैं, कि कहीं ना कहीं हमें पता है कि हम जिस तरह का जीवन जी रहे हैं वो बहुत एक संकुचित जीवन है, एक बहुत ही नैरो माइंडेड लिविंग है, वो हमें दिखती है। हमें अपने विचारों में संकुचित पना दिखता है, जैसे इसमें in the third line he says, I am certain that the priceless wealth is in thee. So एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग भी डेवलप हो रही है कि मुझे पता है कि एक सच्चे तरीके का जीवन मुझे जीना चाहिए, a life lived in truth, honesty and sincerity. लेकिन क्योंकि आज हम बात कर रहे थे कि हमें आदत इतनी पड़ गई है पुराने तरीके से जीने की कि हमारा हार्ट, he says in the first line, my heart aches when I try to break them. Just like if a person is addicted to alcohol or any drug or any substance, just like we are addicted to our thoughts.
Yes.
Just to know this possibility that, oh my God, is there a life without these stories in my head? I would be scared in the beginning कि कैसे जीऊंगा ऐसी जिंदगी जिसमें stories ही नहीं है दिमाग में.
Oh, because simultaneous to the greed there is a fear of losing all these things. Na? That fear don't allow you to leave that.
बिल्कुल.
कि भाई अगर ये सब property और पैसा और whatever he has collected the whole life, अगर ये सब छूट गया तो उसका क्या होगा?
Yeah.
That is the problem.
Yeah. It's a beautiful demonstration of the conflict that we experience, when we become aware of something more than the material life.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyone else who wants to share?
Yeah, Monica, may I?
Yes, please.
Yeah, really interesting, and I'm coming across this for the first time, so it was really like eye-opening for me. It's so amazing that how all of us are kind of going through the same thing, and that comes across so many, in the works of so many mystics, masters and writers. So in addition to so many other beautiful things, like this freedom is all I want, but to hope for it, I feel ashamed. I mean, I really, it's like it's really odd that if you're wanting it, there's something inside you, especially, based on the reactions of the other members around you, it feels like this is something wrong. And it's like it's very confusing because it's right, you feel it's right, and yet you want to yourself even try to kind of dim it a bit because somehow the reactions are really strong, especially in the beginning. Like one has to fight through that kind of guilt and shame that now if you're kind of not participating in all the small things that once you did, like people say or they don't say, but you yourself feel as if you're doing something that's not right, like you're kind of breaking away, and that breaking away is not good. Like, so that I found really interesting, how beautifully and simply it was written. And then the word tinsel again, how we always want to jump towards whatever is attractive, shiny, which kind of tells us that it will give me something, that want, desire and all. is again, like we were discussing in the Friday study circle yesterday about desire. It's just, unending almost chain of things. Yeah. And this, I hate it, and yet I hug it in love. Like how contradictory, like Virodha Bhasi is the shabd that's coming to me, that how is this possible, right? That I know it's a shroud of dust and death, and yet I want to hug it as well. And I want to deny it, right? I want to deny the dust. I want to deny death even. Yes, there are others obviously who are dying around me who die, but somehow I'm born for earth, right? I will stay here. So my permanence is a fact, but yeah, people die, but these are just one-offs, right? Maybe I'll stay back only. So yeah, thank you. Really interesting. You've chosen the write-up. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to share a little bit. In this world, we all, busy to create our image, like that good image, right? So to create the good or shiny image, we do lots of things, right? So, but somewhere within us, we have some inner voice, right? So suppose when we do first time chori karte hain ya kuch bhi galat kam karte hain, some inner voice, says it is not right or something like that. So when we, realize it, that we have done lots of wrong things in our life to create that image. So that time, although we know all this stuff, and we although know that we are doing wrong, but still we hug those, wrongdoing things, because we are so attached to our, self-made image or something like that, which is not true, right? So, but still we are hugging those things we are hugging to do all those wrong things to, portray our false image to everyone else. So I'm certain that priceless wealth within me. So we all know that actual freedom is everything is within me, within us, but we do not release those materialistic things, whatever we made to create our image or something like that goody things, right? So because of that reason, we do not able to leave those things from us.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yes, Ruhulji.
Yeah. So at the last line, they also mentioned, my dates are large, my failures great, my same secret and heavy. So all the things, whatever we have done, that is very, now it's very heavy, right? So we also feel, internally feel shame on our things. So to get the freedom also, whenever we ask for whatever good things we have done, we are very fearful that we have done maybe very less good things maybe. So that is the kind of things I can understand maybe.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ruhul.
Yeah, thanks.
These lines are so they have so much of richness that we can go over them again and again, and something more and more will keep on coming.
Correct. Yes, sure.
One thing which you have shared, which I would like to reiterate and share with everybody again, you talked about this inner voice and the sense of knowing that whatever I am doing is not right. You feel an uneasiness in the being. I think this uneasiness is a signal. And this, the moment I become aware of this uneasiness, we must follow this voice. We must follow this voice.
Yeah.
Or it's never too late and it's never too early. So I may have lived a life full of all wrongdoings, so-called, or whatever, but they're all experiences, right?
Good.
But now when I'm becoming aware of this inner voice, and now I'm aware of also this uneasiness I feel whenever I do something which is not in alignment with my inner being, that very moment, if I can stop and I can stop myself from following that path of uneasiness, I think that is a very huge baby step taken. That I knew that I wanted to go there, but the moment I started to go that side, or either in a story or maybe towards something physically, in life situation, I felt a certain uneasiness in the being कि मुझे ये नहीं करना चाहिए. वो अंदर से पता लग जाता है. But what happens is हम रुकते नहीं हैं. We don't stop. हमको लगता है कि नहीं करना चाहिए, तो we give all kind of reasons around it, and then we, even with the uneasiness, we do that thing. We follow that awaz of the mind, not the inner voice really. So I am saying, I am reiterating this, that the moment I begin to feel this uneasiness in the being, that I know I must not be following this thought in my head, immediately we have a choice that we can stop there. We can stop right there. We don't have to first do the burdensome activity and then later on feel guilty and shameful. Oh my God, I knew I should not have done that, but I still did that, all kind of things around that. So that uneasiness is something which is pointed even by, for example, Sri Aurobindo and Mother, those of us who are aware, they talk about sense uneasiness in the being. कि जब भी हमको एक uneasiness या discomfort feel हो रहा है, you know that you should not be following that particular trail of thought or story in the head or whatever action you are going to take in life. So that is one thing which you shared. So I thought I'll just reiterate. And the other thing is, this जो ये बात हो रही थी ना, I am certain that the priceless wealth is in thee, है ना? तो ये लाइफ में उस स्टेज की बात है जहां मुझे इतनी समझ आने लग जाती है that I know that whatever I am doing is not really worth it. I must follow the inner voice, right? मोस्टली हम अपने जीवन में ये देखते हैं कि हमें सर्टेनिटी होती है कि जो भी मैं कर रहा हूं वो बढ़िया है. तो ये उन लोगों के लिए बात नहीं है, ये बात वहां तक नहीं पहुंच पाएगी. ये हम में से उन लोगों के पास ये बात पहुंच पाएगी जिनको पता लगना शुरू हो गया है कि मेरा जीवन कितना संकुचित है, कितना छोटा है, और मुझे पता है कि इसके अलावा भी कोई एक पॉसिबिलिटी है. उनके लिए ये लाइन वैलिड है. बट फॉर दोज ऑफ अस हु स्टिल know that there is a lot of treasure in the worldly possessions, for them, let them go through. We must go through our own experiences where we run after all those possessions for as long as we can. कबीर कहते हैं, दौड़त दौड़त दौड़िया जहां लगी मन की दौड़, दौड़ थके मन स्थिर भया तो वस्तु ठौर की ठौर. सो वो दौड़ना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि जब तक मेरे खुद के एक्सपीरियंसेस नहीं होंगे, मुझे अपने से वो कन्विक्शन नहीं आएगी कि मुझे लाइफ में किस तरह से जीना है, कौन सा पाथ फॉलो करना है. एंड yes, the one other thing that I wanted to share or reiterate upon what Taru was sharing, Taru, you pointed at this, that it's freedom all that I want, but to hope for it I feel ashamed. Now this is very interesting, why we feel ashamed to live a free life. The kind of living that we have so far, हम हमेशा दूसरों के अप्रूवल पे जीते हैं, है ना? कि अगर पापा ने हाँ बोल दिया, मम्मी ने हाँ बोल दिया, भाई भतीजे ने हाँ बोल दिया, तो मैं करूंगा ये चीज को. अगर सब मना कर रहे हैं तो मैं ये नहीं करूंगा. So we always seek for somebody else's approval. That has been our way of life. We have never lived a life in freedom. And why not? Because with freedom would also come responsibility. लेकिन होता क्या है कि मैं फ्रीडम लेने के लिए तो तैयार हूं, बट आई एम नॉट येट रेडी टू होल्ड माई सेल्फ रिस्पॉन्सिबल कि जो भी एक्शन मैं अपने जीवन में लूंगा उसका जिम्मेवार मैं खुद हूं. उसके लिए हम कहीं तैयार नहीं होते हैं. तो हम क्या कहते हैं कि चलो अगर पापा ने हाँ कर दी ना तो मैं इस पथ पे चल जाऊंगा, ताकि अगर कुछ गड़बड़ हो तो मैं कम से कम ब्लेम करने के लिए कोई और बंदा तो हो कि कि क्योंकि आपने बोला था मैंने इसलिए करा. सो and also when we begin to now in my life begin to explore a life in freedom, initially we don't get approval from people around us. People would want दैट हम उतने ही अपने अपने डोमेन में रहें, अपने अपने रोल्स में रहें, कि एक बहू है तो इतना ही उसका रोल है, एक एक बच्चा है तो बस उसकी इतनी ही डोमेन है, उसको उतना ही रहना चाहिए. Why? Because mind loves little boxes, and we mostly live in thoughts, so we also like to put everything in boxes. लेकिन अब जब मैं ये जीवन शुरू करता हूं जो कि एक फ्री लिविंग है, जिसमें मैं अपने आप को बांध नहीं रहा, रोक नहीं रहा, उसमें फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई एम रेस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर माई लाइफ, एंड सेकेंडली I would feel ashamed in the beginning. Why? Because I am not used to this kind of living. Just owing to that fact that I am not used to not having people's approval and yet live a life which I know that it is full of beauty. लेकिन धीरे धीरे जैसे कोई भी पुरानी आदत को छूटने में टाइम लगता है, धीरे धीरे हम उससे भी we get rid of wanting approval from other people, and slowly situations also turn around in a different way. But we must go through this discomfort, that we must go through this whatever, feeling hesitant, feeling ashamed, just owing to the fact that I am not used to it. Imagine karo ki ek बंदा है या बंदी है, उसने हमेशा अपने आप को ढक के रखा है पूरे जीवन में. द मोमेंट शी वांट्स टू नाउ वियर अ स्विम सूट, उसको बहुत ऑकवर्ड लगेगा, उसको लगेगा नहीं करना तो चाह रही हूं लेकिन कर नहीं पा रही, क्योंकि आदत नहीं है. सो हमें एक फ्री लिविंग की आदत नहीं है, एंड दैट इज व्हाई ऑल द शेम एंड गिल्ट along with that comes in the beginning. But it's all auspicious, I would say, in nature, and we must go through that discomfort of liberating ourselves of our own ideas ki, what am I, what is my image in front of other people. Yeah, any further reflections, anyone? At any point of time you can just unmute and share. It's, again, I'm reiterating for those who have joined later, it's a sharing circle, and we want to invoke reflections on these lines. So anything that is resonating to you, nothing is right or wrong here, if you want to share. Shrishti, Snehi. Okay, so I'm assuming there is no comment at the moment, so I'll just maybe go ahead, maybe take something else. Yeah, so this is what I want to read, or maybe why should I read again and again? Yeah, who would like to read? Who would like to? So you all have the screen in front of you. Who would like to just go through the lines?
Okay, I can.
Yes, please.
Yeah. The child who is decked with prince robes, and who has jeweled chains round his neck, loses all pleasure in his play. His dress hampers him at every step. In fear that it may be frayed or stained with dust, he keeps himself from the world and is afraid even to move. Mother, it is no gain. thy bondage of finery, if it keep one shut off from the helpful dust of the earth, if it rob one of the right of entrance to the great fair of common human life.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Ruhul. So let us collectively go and reflect upon it. Let us take a pause in silence, look at these lines, and see whatever comes up, and unmute yourself and share. Yes, anyone who has any reflections coming on these lines?
Yes. What I have understood, that all our material positions stops us to enjoy the life or the freedom of life.
Yeah, thank you, Jagdish ji. Anyone else? Any further reflections?
Yeah, Monica.
Yes, yeah.
So here I feel एक तो ये जैसे लिखा हुआ है the same words for a child. I feel that that's also very true, like, because lot of times in trying to keep them clean and out of mischief, we do not let them live fully. Like taking my own example, like I was kind of like I had picked it up from somebody. I wasn't like cleanliness freak. So while growing up, like my child was like never allowed to say play in say sand or dirty himself and stuff. So when he went to play school for about a month, he did not come out of the sand pit because he wanted. And then I realized what I had been doing. In trying to keep them clean, you try to protect or like safe and clean and within the boundaries. We don't let them enjoy life or live fully. So one thing basically, and plus it's like we have our fears and we don't want certain things to happen to them, so we just again keep putting boundary after boundary after boundary, and we think we are doing something good, like that's the worst part. Okay, I am such a good parent, like I would not let him go to school if there's any issue going on. I would like I don't see how suffocate, like not suffocating per se, but how big he or she can live and how small I'm making his life. The one thing is that, and second, I think I felt it like, how we keep our body. Like how Kabir ji lot of times, like talk about the body, like it's like, we want to keep it very protected and, kind of beautiful. And it's like we live as if we are just the body, totally everything, the designer clothes or like the however much time we spend trying to groom ourselves and stuff, and that kind of becomes our own, जैसे कहते हैं बेड़ियां है ना, हम अपनी खुद डाल देते हैं कि अरे खिड़की नहीं खोलेंगे बिकॉज मिट्टी आएगी तो मुंह मुंह पे डस्ट आ जाएगा. बट इट फील्स सो अमेजिंग टू हैव दैट wind on your face na, and it in fear that it may be frayed, strained with dust, he keeps himself from the world ना कि मुझे कहीं चोट ना लग जाए, मुझे कोई hurt ना कर दे. So I just try to remain within myself with again limited approved relationships and afraid even to move again, how we go run towards comfort and convenience. So move say yahan pe I will take it as change or try something new, okay, move from where I am. And mother, it is no gain thy bondage of finery. Like ये जो मैं पकड़ के बैठा हूँ इसमें, there's nothing that, you know, I'm actually gaining in trying to protecting myself if it keeps one shut off from the healthful dust of the earth. I think, like, you know, we have discussed so many times, like people in the south, you know, once when I had gone there, like it was quite shocking to me, like a couple along with probably a 2-year-old child had gotten down from a big Honda City, and all 3 of them were barefoot. And I was like, what is happening, right? And it was really hot, like, you know, like it would be, but still they were very, you know, it's like, it was, I guess, it is the way of life there, and it felt beautiful, the connection with earth. If it robbed one of the right of the entrance to the great fair of common human life. हाँ, मतलब इतना special, you know, we make ourselves so special that we are not even able to even live the common things that as a human we should be doing. Like, say, when rain comes, right? Like, I think out of 100 people, 99 run indoors as if melt ho jayenge. So it's, again, like, yeah, very beautiful. And I guess I'm done. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah.
I would like to share, like, yeah, one is as Taruji also mentioned, the way it is written, that is also you know, that straightforward meaning is there, right? But if we say in different perspective or inner way, so like we all are so protective about ourselves, right, with our traditional, or suppose if we for an example, if we take a look about our career related stuff, right, we all have some, you know, known path, right? Right, known path means the traditional path, means to become a doctor or engineer, whatever the things we know, right, or any government job. That is the path which is very means protected or secured, right? So we do not want to break that path, right? Because we always, you know, fear, like अगर मैं fail हो गया तो क्या होगा? Suppose I took some artistic, you know, suppose I want to be an artist or something, or actor, or maybe to singer, right? So so in all our, you know, in mind, like अगर fail हो गया तो क्या हुआ? इससे अच्छा भाई चलो इंजीनियरिंग करते हैं, इंजीनियर बन जाते हैं, या एमबीबीएस करते हैं तो डॉक्टर बन जाएंगे. At least our life is secure, right? So there is no failure kind of thing. Yes, failure is there, but still, once we started, we know, okay, at least we'll become this, right? But when we're going to become a singer or any which is not, you know, as per traditional, is something different. अरे अगर मैं सिंगर इतना गाना वगैरह सीखा, but if I fail, so अब क्या होगा? फिर तो मेरे पास तो करने के लिए कुछ बचा ही नहीं. जो लोग नॉर्मल ग्रेजुएशन या कुछ और भी करते हैं, राइट? सो वो लोग कुछ और दूसरा सोचते ही नहीं है. बट इफ वी सी, राइट, so like we many of us, you know, fearful to do some business, but we all want to, you know, be free. We do not want to do job or someone, we do not want to work under someone, right? But we all do, because we do not want to do business. Because if business में loss हो गया तो क्या होगा? सारा पैसा डूब गया तो फिर क्या होगा? आगे का क्या होगा? But that is why it says, I can understand from where, yeah, mother, it is no gain the bondage of vanity if it keeps one shut off from that healthful dust of earth. So if I understand in different way, right? So हम लोग अगर ये फेलियर से अगर दूर भागते हैं, उससे भी हम लोग को क्या मिलेगा? But if we get those failure, and from that failure we can, you know, learn something, or we can gain some experience, right? So in the next time, whenever we will try something new, we might not do the same mistakes. In that way, gradually we'll go to the, to lead more successful or more free life, right? Yeah, that is what I can say in other ways. Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Rahulji. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. You know, this fear of failure, if we actually closely look at any person who has done so-called anything good, you know, person who invented the bulb or the famous scientists, you know, who have given us many new discoveries and inventions. If we look into their own life, अगर हम सिर्फ तथ्यों तक भी रहें, facts तक भी रहें, तो हम देखेंगे that their life is full of failures. And the only thing that made them what they were was that they were not afraid of making failures. They were not, they owned their failures, as you were sharing, learning from their failures. तो विदाउट फेलियर्स तो कोई जीवन बोरिंग ही हो जाएगा, मतलब कि क्या रस बचेगा उस जीवन में, कोई फेलियर ही ना हो. क्योंकि फेलियर तभी होता है जब हम कुछ नया करने की कोशिश करते हैं, है ना. any time we are trying to do anything new, you know, for example, if I am trying to ride a bicycle for the first time, I will fail many times. I will have to go through that failure if I really want to ride a bike nicely, right? So going through the discomfort of failure is a very auspicious thing, I believe. And we all must allow ourselves to go through all the failures that are needed on the path. है ना, उसी से हमारे अंदर स्ट्रेंथ आती है कि हाँ, जितने फेलियर्स होंगे देखेंगे, you know, we will take it in our stride. And that only gives us more and more solidity and strength in life. So yeah, you know, failures must be, and failure से डरते इसलिए क्योंकि, और वही अपने आप को जैसे बांध के जीना शुरू कर देते हैं कि क्योंकि फेलियर नहीं करना, you know, क्योंकि समाज ने फेलियर के बारे में पता नहीं क्या क्या बोला हुआ है, पापा मम्मी ने पता नहीं क्या क्या दिमाग में ठूस दिया, किसी ने भी ठूस दिया, तो हमने ना उसको क्वेश्चन करने की कोशिश करी कि बिना फेलियर के किस बंदे का जीवन है. ऐसा कौन सा बंदा है जिसका आज के दिन में बिना फेलियर के जीवन बना है? कोई नहीं होगा ऐसा इंसान. But we don't even question, we don't even pause and reflect over this, and we just say that yes, okay, in fear of you know, not making any failure, not making any mistake, I will just remain in this 4 boundaries of my house. And that is what Tagore is saying here. He's saying, in fear that it may be frayed or stained with dust, the image that I have about myself or even the body, because we care so much about the body कि साफ रहे, स्वच्छ रहे, और हमें लगता है कि साफ स्वच्छ रहने का मतलब है कि मिट्टी ना पड़े, जबकि मिट्टी से तो बॉडी बनी है, you know, मिट्टी, even the material of this body is mud, dust, earth. तो उसी से उसको सोर्स से अलग हमने कर दिया, तो it will be a very unnatural kind of a living, and that is why so many diseases begin to happen then, because they just want to remind us that our source has to be, you know, bring into connection. So I am then in a fear that it may be stained with dust. जैसे आजकल हम अगर देखें तो जो आमतौर पे घर होते हैं उसमें हम आधे से ज्यादा टाइम हम डस्टिंग में निकालते हैं, you know, कि डस्ट हट जाए, डस्ट हट जाए. 2-4 लोग कार्यकर्ता लगे होंगे जो डस्टिंग कर रहे होंगे घर की, और वो डस्ट का तो काम ही आना जाना है, तो वो आएगी फिर से आएगी, तो हम पूरा समय, पूरा एक जीवन हम डस्टिंग में निकाल देते हैं. और एज तरु वाज शेयरिंग कि दैट कबीर सेज दैट, यू नो, ये किस चीज को तूने अपना समझ लिया जिसको खुद एक दिन खाक में मिल जाना है. नॉट दैट वी मस्ट नॉट केयर फॉर द बॉडी, बट केयरिंग फॉर द बॉडी एंड मेकिंग इट फ्रेजाइल and delicate are both different things. You know, if I care for the body, then I know that the dust and dirt and open air is very good for it. You know, more failures are good for the body. So in that, I am actually loving the body, taking care of the body. But if I am making it fragile, keeping all the time in 4 walls of the house and never interacting, never exploring, then I may feel that I am caring, but it actually I've begun to hate my body. I'm making it more and more delicate and fragile. जिस तरह से हम बच्चों को भी डेलिकेट और फ्रेजाइल बना देते हैं, यू नो, ऐसा कोई भी बच्चा नहीं है इस जीवन में जो स्टार्टिंग से ही जिसको नेचर के प्रति एक इंक्लिनेशन ना हो. ऑल द किड्स लव मडी वाटर्स, all the kids love dust and sand, but it is us who slowly adults जो उनको धीरे धीरे कहते हैं, अरे अरे मिट्टी, अरे अरे मिट्टी, इसको दूर रख, बाहर निकाल के आ, घर से बाहर रह, अगर गंदा है तो बाहर आ. So we slowly condition them that dust and dirt is not good for you. And slowly we have an adult like us who is not wanting to explore. Why? Because he may get muddy. While mud is the source, mud is the very earth of which he is made of. And this is how we get disconnected from the source. So, the child, and we are all children of the divine. All of us, no matter how old we may be, we are all those children. The child who is decked with princess robes. हमने इतना सुंदर बना के अपने आप को रखना शुरू कर दिया है, not rough and dusty, but very pretty and frilly. The child who is decked with princess robes, और बार बार हर जगह से उसको ये बोला जा रहा है कि ड्रेस मत खराब करना, ड्रेस मत खराब करना. So don't explore, because your dress will be become dust. And why you should not be hurting your dress? Because it is very expensive. It is very expensive. So more than who I am, I begin to value the money. And that is why I suffer in life. More than living a free life, I begin to value the money that the dress has been bought for. A child who is decked with princess robes and who has jeweled chains, he does not use the analogy. He does not say jeweled necklace. He says jeweled chains. Around his neck, loses all pleasure in play. Now, this is an indication that why many of us are losing will to live. जीना ही क्यों है? There is nothing life worthy that I find in my life, because we have disconnected from our source. We have not looked at what kind of a life I am living. So disconnected from the source, he would lose all the pleasure in his play, all the pleasure. Imagine, as Taru was sharing, imagine that there is a celebration going on and you have all decked up a birthday boy. पूरा अच्छे से सुंदर से उसको फ्रीली ड्रेस में तुमने तैयार कर दिया. वो बच्चा आधे से ज्यादा टाइम क्रैंकी रहेगा, because he has become the center of attraction. His dress is now very important. His gifts are very important. He will lose the pleasure in play. And we see this happening in our celebrations. His dress hampers him at every step. So what I think of myself in the head, कि मैं ऐसा हूं, मुझे तो इसके सामने ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, इसके सामने मेरी ये इमेज है या वो इमेज है. All the images that we have about ourselves, that oh my god, I have a PhD degree and I must not be behaving in this way, I must not explore, I must not have fun. This will be hampering me at every step in my life, that I will not be able to explore, and hence I will lose the pleasure that this life gives at every moment, the pleasure of exploration. In fear that it may be frayed, ast vyast ho jaye, अनटाइडी हो जाए, कहीं मेरी ड्रेस खराब ना हो जाए, कहीं लोग मेरे बारे में कुछ और ना सोचने लग जाए. इन फियर दैट इट मे बी फ्रेड और स्टेन्ड विद डस्ट, कहीं मेरी इमेज, जो इतनी रिस्पेक्टफुल इमेज है जो मैंने बना के रखी है समाज में, उस पे दाग ना लग जाए, तो रहने ही दो, मैं तो एक्सप्लोर नहीं करता. और स्टेन्ड विद डस्ट, ही कीप्स हिमसेल्फ फ्रॉम दिस वर्ल्ड एंड इज अफ्रेड इवन टू मूव. As again Taru pointed out, that I am afraid to move of this comfort zone. I cannot allow myself to explore for the image I have about myself in the head, that I am this and this person, and this person cannot explore this much. Otherwise, he will lose his respect. So in order to have so-called respect, we lose life. और वो रेस्पेक्ट भी हमें कुछ नहीं देके जाती, खाली रहते हैं, कटोरा फिर भी खाली रहता है. मदर, इट इज नो गेन thy bondage of finery. The beautiful decorations that you may have given to us, granted to us in this worldly life, I don't see that as a gain. अब यहाँ पे वो बात आती है कि कोई भी चीज हमें जब जीवन में मिल जाती है, हमें लगता है कुछ बढ़ गया, कोई अच्छी जॉब मिल गई, कोई अच्छा ओहदा मिल गया, we think that I have gained something in life. If I lose some money in share broking or whatever finances, I will think that I have lost something in life. So this is how we see life. And in this kind of a duality, we forever are away from the treasure that is us, that is exploration of life. Mother, it is no gain thy bondage of finery, if it keep one shut off from the healthful dust of earth. So we must allow this healthful dust, all the exposures, all the failures of life, all the different difficult challenges of life. Okay, let me go through it. Let me go through it. Okay, what will happen at the max? I will lose my respect. Let me lose my respect. I will lose some finances. Let me lose my finances. Let me go through this exploration. So this is, we must allow ourselves to go to dust completely and not maintain a frilly image about ourselves. And he's saying that it is no gain, it is just a bondage if it rob one of the right of entrance to the great fair mela, as if ki mela laga hua hai. और मेले में हम क्या करते हैं? मेले में we explore all the rights. We don't say कि यहाँ नहीं जाना, वहां नहीं जाना. Otherwise तुम मेले में जाओगे ही क्यों? मेले में क्यों जाओगे? Why would I go to a fair if I don't want to explore? So in the world of life, in the world of exploration, if I am saying that I want to be caged and I don't want to explore, it's a pity, it's a bondage. And that is why we suffer in a common human life. We begin to suffer because owing to the images that I have in my head about myself, I do not allow myself to explore, and suffering comes. और ऐसे मेले में आने का क्या फायदा जहां पे आपने कोई एक्सप्लोरेशन नहीं करी, बस वही 4 दीवारों में, 4 लोगों में, 4 रिलेशनशिप्स में बंद के एक जीवन जी लिया और पूरा जीवन हम तड़पते रह गए, कुछ भी नहीं मिला. And that is the recognition that it is no gain. So can we, recognize this in our life? Can we take a bit of inspiration from these world of illumination, and make it a part of my life that yes, I may be fearful, I may be having my hesitation of exploring life, but this path feels right and I must live a life before I die. Can we do that? Because this will be again an act of kindness towards ourselves, right? So I think today it's enough from my side. This is what I want to share. If there are further reflections, I'll be happy to take them in the last few moments. Yeah. Also this healthful dust also reminds me of how we keep on living a caged life, and then all kind of diseases come in the being. And I believe that diseases come in the being only to tell us that wake up. What kind of a life are you living? Wake up, live before you die. Don't live a life which is half dead already. And this is just, diseases are just a wake up signal from the intelligence of the universe, that it is just wanting that, hey babe, hey dude, wake up, live a life. Don't live a life like a dead person, a coward person. And it does not matter what age I am at the moment. Age does not matter. At any age, I can make a sankalp to myself that yes, now I want to live a life which is a life lived in joy, not lived in troubles and misery and what people are thinking about me, what will happen to me if I explore this. Not in that fear. Keep the fear in the pocket and make the jump. It's a worthwhile jump. Yeah.
One thing I would like to add what the healthful dust means what it try to mention over here. So if we compare like the kids in village and in city, right? So in village you can see all the kids normally played on the ground, right? Played with the mud. They are playing football in that mud. and all the stuff, and they always play with the dust and all, right? But in the city, if you see all these parents and all, everyone, they protect their kids not to play in the dust, right? So they think like if you play in dust, you will be more disease, means more disease will attack to you. But the truth is, in that way, they are becoming more fragile, right? So they are not much stronger than the village kids, right? Because even if we play in the ground, मतलब हम लोग को चलते चलते जो गिर जाते हैं, राइट, तो वो भी हम लोग को एक स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाता है. बट इफ यू सी इन द सिटी, वी नॉर्मली, अरे अगर कोई मतलब बच्चा अगर गिर गया, देखो देखो क्या लगी तो नहीं, ये नहीं हुआ. बट दैट बिकम्स मेड देयर माइंडसेट आल्सो फ्रेजाइल, राइट? अगर मैं गिर जाता हूँ तो मतलब लगता है, मतलब ये अवेयरनेस हो जाता है. बट अगर आप if you see the village kids, they do not ever, they गिर गया बहुत जोर से, साथ खून भी बह रहा है, but they are still get up and playing, so which makes them more stronger than the things.
बहुत सुंदर. Yes,
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah, I think we adults also can learn from these children.
Correct.
That even when we keep on failing in life, even when we have bleeding happening in us, so-called failures and mistakes in life, we must just get up, dust off the pants, and again move on. Just like you were referring that the children in villages, and I've also been witnessing that whenever they fall, there is no one around who is saying that, oh my God, lag gayi, oh my God, lag gayi. They just get up, it may be bleeding, and then they just walk on. So that's really very, very beautiful, very empowering. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Great. So anyone else, or shall we call it a day then? And those of us who are interested in joining the sessions every Saturday, just drop me a message on WhatsApp. You all have the number that you will be inclined, so that I can create a WhatsApp group for all of us who are interested. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And you have presented very nicely. So I will definitely like to attend further.
Okay, Jagdish. Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
It will be good if you create some WhatsApp group. Yeah.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. And those of us who were here for listening, also thank you for your patient listening and receptivity. Yeah. Okay. See you next time then.
Goodbye. Thank you. Have a good weekend.